So, like, functioning down the way. And then now, and point out how you pile. We didn't have nothing missing. I love it. With that, yes, that was our, we ordered this split up. Yeah. We split it out. So basically, yeah, we go. Or it is everything I have on the lot. Years worth of first goes to applications that medicine now. Because the fly and those are one of that. And when you apply and you don't show up and fill out the document, that's really fascinating. That's it. Expression we start to do, and you do that for small. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Overnight. Oh, I'm sorry. No, I don't. Yeah. Just that I have it.
Yeah, now. But now this is, I'm very parts. You can be virtual, and it's virtual. And I got them all.
Right,
Oh, how are you?
good, yeah.
Another little one out there for change.
You're right.
It's a little
Oh,
warm there.
yeah.
How are you doing?
It's like, I forgot what you did.
Go ahead.
What documentation?
Yeah, it's just
Mr. Ornamental tree.
on the side.
Is the tree,
Oh,
but it's hiding, illegal hiding. And there's something behind it.
okay. That's how I can sit here.
And this is what's behind it.
Um,
And I don't really care, but since I saw it, I can't get it.
So they would have to take one of them down.
Well, this one is totally illegal. You can't have a sign, wall sign, in in a driveway. You can only have it if the building has on the corner of two streets or one street and, like a path.
So,
I'll ask them to apply for a variance. I'm gonna try to get it soon because
and it's definitely there. You just,
I
that's
just-
the issue.
within the last 7 to 8 years,
I don't think I ever noticed that.
I never did either. But what happened is there was something in their picture in the back here. I couldn't make out.
So you can.
So I walked over to look at it. And it's not there, but I noticed the number sign.
I would never notice that. Wow. So if they wanna keep
And they also have a menu sign over here,
on the sidewall, right?
you know, right by the door, which is fine.
But if they wanna keep both of these, they would have to apply for variance.
No, they can't keep this one at all.
Oh,
Yeah,
on
variance.
the chimney,
You know,
Is that a
whatever,
chimney?
whatever that, I guess it is showing.
if it's a chimney,
Yeah, well, I guess it's a chimney, but I guess it's a question of whether,
is that on the building?
well,
I don't know, that's a technical legal question.
it's, I don't know the answer to that. See, a wall sign has to be perpendicular to a wall, and that's not. So. But I think it's perfectly fine with me that it's there because of the strange nature of that building. I mean, the side entrance has been there. For,
Right, as long as I know.
yeah, I went in the side entrance. My first night in Cooperstown, which was December 2012.
Yeah, so.
And
Two years recruitment,
was that what it was?
yeah, we came for
Yeah.
the weekend. In at Cooperstown, which is now the offices. They gave us a suite, so Sarah had her own room,
Very nice.
and we were here for 2 nights.
And that's where they took you, but it was Alex,
No.
it was
Alex
Alex.
and Nico.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, I know that they've moved some tables up front, I don't think you walk in that way though.
You cannot walk in that way for the front, and you use this back entrance to the back.
Or you can use both.
I don't know if you can use both to get in the back.
Right.
Well, I certainly never would have noticed that.
And this is Liberty Glass application is totally bizarre. They can't do it. I mean, they can't just put a sandwich board in place they want.
It's also very windy there.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
it'll just be blown over and who's responsible for that? Because Perry's blows over all the time.
Doesn't
I
that
mean, it's,
the chicken stands with
We don't do the chicken anymore because the legs are broken. Both of them were kneecapped by the wind. Yeah, so we have one in what we call the stinky office, which is a room that we don't use over the farmers market. So if you look at the window, there's a chicken up there. And the other one has gone home with one of the repair cafe guys to try to repair it.
they try.
But like back on.
But that would probably go right back in that.
Right, but we only take that out during market hours.
Right.
Yeah, so. So no, I mean, sandwich board doesn't fit the sign law. And it's also a, projectile on windy days, so.
and it has no business being, I mean,
Well, as I mean, it doesn't fit the sign law, because it's not business, they can put it at. In front of the little ticket office,
that's residential, maybe.
but if it's ticket means,
Yeah,
is it residential or is it, I don't think
I
it is, I think it goes back.
but is that
Because
still?
at the end of Cooperstown is business,
In Cooperstown.
and the Cooper Inn,
The Cooper Inn. There were 2 changes.
Right.
So the one for Cooper Inn is recent,
right,
and not too, a while back.
at the end of
We
Cooperstown,
were still meeting on Zoom. When There's an application to convert that property, I think, from residential to business.
The ticket office?
No,
The ticket
no,
office,
they got the in Cooperstown.
but it should already be business. I think it's already business.
Now it is,
But I think it was back then, yeah, because that whole section, because it goes
it was residential.
Lamb Realty, ticket office, and then ends in the ticket office to be considered.
They applied for zoning change, the trustee referred to us
Right.
to review.
I may not make that.
We all were in favor, because we think, I can't remember that.
Because it didn't make sense, to be residential, I think.
Right,
Yeah.
and we figured I wanted to sell it, and he'd move.
Oh, you Mark?
Well, I mean, that's why I'm doing a good part.
Right.
Even though it's sort of couldn't give me the spray, that's
So with the offer, I mean, if they, I think the idea of putting a sign where the trolley hours is would be a nice gesture.
jurisdiction.
Right, so we're just gonna bounce it right back, the village bounced it to us, and now it's gonna bounce right back to them.
Yeah, so the trustees.
They talked about it last night, and they said, well, we'll just let the planning board talk, deal with it, and then we have until June, we have until July, because their season doesn't start so.
So.
I mean, I like the idea that
I like
we.
it.
Oh, yeah, and used to pick up used to be at the Osaga, but then the Osaga doesn't really have parking.
Well, we could both have it in actually.
Yeah, I think.
We took, you know, we have no jurisdiction, they have some trustees. Next one.
No, they don't have a meeting next week, that last
So I
night,
met next night.
because next week is Memorial Day. So that's why I was watching it on, this, I sent Pango Deli to make comments about the Pioneer Alley.
They don't let me say until June.
And, well, they're proposing for a forward project, they want to close the alley and they're suggesting we move the farmers market to June. Yeah.
My house is a different.
If you look at, I get moved.
Well, the Black Moore Farm maybe. I'm like, well, but they have Harvest Festival, they have weddings, they have Blacksmith Weekend, they have. I'm like, there's never parking there in the fall anyway.
Yeah.
So I just. Like work with us. I wouldn't have written a letter of support for the project. I know.
They want to do it all the time.
They have to, they're putting in a stormwater filtration, which is good. You know, this is just stormwater. Then paving, I think it's concrete and breaker. So I'm breaking to make it look prettier, when, but it's a deep, it's a deep dig. And so they don't know how long it's gonna take. There's a public meeting actually where they're gonna present the project. But we're gonna be. We get those people's businesses, they've already got. Oh, great.
Nelson Mandaka is not coming. He won't be here.
And.
And I'm all ready whenever you are. I'll unmute.
It's 4:30, I'll call meetings in a minute. Yes, and then, think myself. The pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic of which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Do we know how many applicants here for that?
I'll check, Chris, I don't think we left yet, we spoke to him. We're gonna be trying to get him.
We saw him a long time.
Start with one of your name. Unless you think we should wait a few minutes for some, see something else.
We can do the minutes first.
Yeah, let's do that. Everybody had a chance to look at the minutes?
I thought they captured the discussion well.
You know, we remember this name.
Like that. I know. It was a while ago, but I remember that conversation because we didn't know. So no, I thought they were gonna, I moved to approve the minutes.
Really the planning board committee meeting. All of those.
Oh, okay, so it's the move and seconded to this different minutes.
Anybody have any comments about the minutes? Motion,
I made a motion and Kathy seconded.
okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Unanimous. It might be dark, you'll get minutes. And the first item on the agenda.
That's what my vote normally does, so I just thought it would be a way to get the stragglers in. No offense for not following these stragglers.
You know, put things around some minutes of the first item on the agenda. No. Oh,
Hey there,
right.
where are we going to our festival?
Oh, we'll take you first.
Oh, lovely, thank you.
One. And. You know, there's two signs, I have a problem with both.
I probably,
We have no jurisdiction over one in the sandwich board, and you can have sandwich board for you there.
yes, you say.
No, you cannot.
Oh, you
And
cannot.
that's because Food Festival has nothing to do in that location.
You can only be in front of your own location.
Oh, okay. I thought that I was interpreting and that I was reading it that it's as long as we have owner permission and I have left a message with, the owner, okay.
Right, no, it's written specifically that it can only be in front of that business's location.
Okay,
So if the stop were over on. By the ticket office.
yeah,
But that's not a designated bus
Yeah.
stop, so, that's the challenge there.
Yeah.
okay, that's good to know, we were hoping to then, for the next meeting, submit an application for a sandwich board outside of our box office location, so that's good to know that that would be a more positive. And then for the other one,
What zoning district is the box office in?
I didn't look it up, I don't know
Do
yet.
you have the zoning map tonight?
Oh.
I don't have it with me.
What is it?
Do you have it? Okay. I feel like it's a business district. You want to be glasses? Gee, you didn't come prepared. Okay, it is really small.
Yeah.
I'm using events. It is in the B district. It is in business.
What is this?
Yep, there are 3 properties that extend down Chestnut.
Okay, great.
So it does qualify for the sandwich board,
Yeah,
in front of that business.
um,
The B, that's that over here.
think of where you want to place it. If it's on your private property, you don't need our permission.
Well, so we rent the property from,
But it's still okay.
okay, so if it's,
If
okay,
as long as you have owner's permission.
then we don't need an application or anything for that? Or do you need an application?
No, no,
For a
Okay,
sandwich board.
for sandwich board on private property.
Okay.
So,
okay.
And you also be mindful that the wind does pick up.
Yeah.
Very often blowing around in that specific corner by Key Bank and. So that's why, it's one of the reasons, but I would have been opposed to it there because I'm always picking up at other businesses. So,
I understand that.
Or get wings.
Yeah, we use the ones that we have, like, big class ones, we use like pour sand or water into
Perfect.
it now, so that weighs it down, yeah.
I have one. Sorry.
Jane, there are a couple parts of the law that could be of use, for to this discussion. One is, 227(6). What is it? I have a, page 14. What is it under, all districts? And basically it's directional signs. The Board of Trustees may permit limited temporary directional signs within the public right of way. Now, the Board of Trustees could allow, if we were to, I gotta look up the definition of a directional sign. This is where the bus stop is located, that kind of sign is, wait here, that's like.
So you're talking about the sandwich board, or you're talking
No,
about,
not the
okay,
sandwich board, the other one,
the one that would be affixed to the pole?
yeah, on public property, which it is.
Right,
But if the Board of Trustees, we can't do it, have to approve that. But if it qualifies as a directional sign,
correct.
I don't know, we're ready. We don't have a definition. The second one is where they're having problems is, the paragraph that says, you're just looking at it here. Prohibited signs, any sign not permitted by this chapter shall be deemed, not permitted by this chapter shall be deemed prohibited. So you have to find something specifically addressing the kind of signs they want and saying it's allowed. So if it's not found, it's prohibited, that's unless it's permitted. You can find it permitted in the law, it's prohibited, and that's created the problem.
But if it's affixed to the actual villages,
Well, if the trustees say it's a directional sign, they can have public property, and the pole's public property, they can.
but I mean, what would you call the villages trolley sign, trolley stop sign? It's not directional really, unless you mean directional, it's not like an arrow.
This is how.
How do you define directional?
People find their way to get to where the bus stop is.
Right, okay, so that's.
So it could be a direction.
Right, okay.
A broadly defined, a directional sign.
Right, well, then I would say yes, that's the same, because it's a trolley stop for,
Yeah, so, no,
But that's still on our-
we can't
Right.
approve it, it's gotta go before the Board of Trustees. Yes. That's for the. For the sign, that's my own fault.
Yeah. So what would our next steps be then for that?
for the bill, for the one on the whole.
Yeah.
We have to, I think we would be referring it back to the trustees.
So you have to apply,
Okay.
Would this not be considered an application?
this is an application, I mean,
Okay,
this. Amend this as an application to the trustees. That's something.
And I'll be able to find that online, where to send it to, because I assume I have to resubmit it to someone.
The zoning enforcement officer,
Oh, okay, I'll just resubmit it.
same place,
Okay, great.
and. When's the next, that's the one every meeting.
in June, early June, or no, late June, it's the last Monday in June.
That's their next meeting.
Because they just met last night because of Memorial
Okay.
Day. But the opera doesn't start until,
No, it doesn't start till July 10th, yeah.
We're just getting your name for the.
I'm Becky Gill. Gill.
And this, well, the fact that the fact that. The time when it's going to be up, it's gotta be a temporary sign, which this would be, that
Right.
can be removed later, but.
right,
If it's. The shorter the period it's up, the more I can argue it's a temporary.
it's under 30 days, is better than, but it's not gonna be under 30 days.
No, I thought it's 38.
Yeah, so, I mean, I have no problem with it because I do think it's a directional sign that is equivalent to what the village uses for a trolley stop. And so I have no problem with it as a directional sign, it's just the village trustees have to just determine if it can be attached to the village pole. It's got a business sign on the business property,
Right,
which is our jurisdiction.
okay.
So that's why you have to go with trustees.
Okay.
The difficulty you have is the time to produce it once it's approved.
Sure.
And so, I would suggest you either attend the meeting, the trustees meeting, or watch it online. But attending would be good, because then you can have your case.
It's a good thing to attend. So if they have questions, you can answer them. If they want changes, you can answer them on the spot. Which you can't do if you're watching on YouTube.
Yeah. Okay, so,
So back to the sandwich board, do they have to amend this application, can they amend it to include to have the sandwich board in front of the ticket office instead, rather than when they come back here?
They don't need to amend it.
They can, that's right.
You know, under section 247. 6. 10. 8. Sandwich boards are allowed without a permit.
Okay,
Sandwich board sign may be used without a permit if all of the following conditions are met. The sandwich board sign shall be placed on private property on the same parcel as a fixed location establishment, which is what you'd be doing. And B, sandwich board sign shall be placed so as not to interfere with or obstruct vehicular or pedestrian traffic. An amendment of 5 feet of unobstructed passage must be maintained on any side.
great.
For instance, since you have a lawn there.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about the site.
no. Yes. Okay, great, that is,
So, yeah, so it's just, you have to amend this to just be the sign.
Trying to fix it.
It would be all-
Just the fire, just,
The sign form.
just remove the sound for.
Okay, great, and submit it to the trustees.
okay,
So
Or
we
submit
have,
it and then-
if we had to take a vote, we'd have to vote to reject the sign. So do you want to withdraw the sandwich board sign?
We don't want to.
can't do that. Thank you, that you want to reject it. I understand, thank you so much for talking through. I read through this, I thought I understood it, but I'm thankful that your knowledge is so that it's more secure.
It can be confusing.
Yes.
And for the new channel post,
Yes,
we have no authority over that. And our recommendation is that you want to do that, apply to the board of trustees. And I'll make a motion. that After having looked at the sign, we recommend that the board of trustees approve it. Would that be correct?
No,
All in favor? No.
okay, thank you. Thank you so much.
you're all good.
Okay,
Thank you.
have a good rest of the day. Thank you all so much for seeing us. Yeah, yeah, no, you don't like it.
It's the sun is not up. What's that?
Good show, you spoken.
They try to copy me down staff.
Exactly.
Personally, I have no problem, because,
Yeah, well,
you're the more moving. I'm moving on here.
Okay, if there's trouble now,
What's that?
problem with you.
Okay, that's the one.
No. Okay. If you look at the picture that shows the guiding sign, behind the Christmas tree, it's hiding the sign.
But they have the plantings now. I don't know if that sign is still,
It's there, I took the picture
oh, okay,
this afternoon,
okay.
because
You don't smoke that anymore?
there was something in this back here, but I couldn't figure out what it was.
I think that says Northview. Let me see.
I don't know what it is, but
Did you look for it in the,
I went to look for it,
oh, okay, so maybe it's down.
and it's not there, but that's when I noticed this,
Right,
and
and dining would not be a directional sign.
no, but they can have, they have an awning there.
An awning sign?
I mean, they have, protection sign.
Right,
Um,
so they would have to take down the vertical sign.
yeah, or they could ask for the variance. Because it's not. It's on the chimney, it's not on the wall.
Right.
It's not on the building. It's more on the building. It couldn't be because, there's not, public screen or.
Right, I mean, they fancified the walkway in this image, I mean, and that's Matt's driveway, so that's what that is planned for that letter.
It's just. Not public value, you know, saying.
Right,
Oh. This way, I mean, we can go on the two sides,
and the lighting,
and look at
the low voltage lighting above,
and
I'm assuming that's above the
then
front.
this court has no enforcement authority. So you can discuss this. With some enforcement officer, discuss it with them and see if they want to take it down or apply for a variance.
Yeah.
It's a very odd situation because the entrance is off of the driveway. It's been there for a really long time.
Blame Alex, fine,
Yeah.
Alex has decided to do that.
I went in that entrance. My first time in Cooperstown, visiting in January of 2012. I went in that entrance, so it's been there long enough. And it's a peculiar situation, it might fit within various, but I don't want to prejudge it.
Okay,
Because it would require a public hearing. So it's actually, I really want to go that way.
so if they put more blue dining on that,
And if it were dining on that side,
on the projecting sign,
that would be fine.
right?
We could add that to motion.
And they could even have a sign on the door that says enter or something, because that's,
Yeah. We should have,
I mean, that's the confusion there, is the enter.
and if they had a menu sign like before, not entrance. Okay.
Right, but yeah, entrance or enter or whatever, yes. Okay.
So,
So,
now going to merits of the application, so.
I think the, on the front, it makes perfect sense.
So it's fine, volume is fine.
I think the lighting is attractive, face down, facing,
It fits the size requirements. And the sign is fine too. Any other comments on the application?
So they would be, the vertical, the blue sign that would be on the corner of the building, is that still the name?
Yes, which for
We
the
used to have a normal right when you went down the alley.
well, that's the one that Jean was pointing out, is behind the shrub in this.
Oh, yeah,
And,
this one? Oh, oh,
yeah, it looks like this one,
Okay, so it's behind bush.
right, well, they did some nice plantings there last year.
So exactly, are they gonna move that or just add the projecting sign? That was it.
well,
You gonna say that the
planning board as well as the over enforcement. We just act on applications. So the zoning enforcement officer, will give them the option of taking it down or applying to the variance.
Um. So we're just talking about adding on the projecting sign.
Yes,
Yeah, and, you know, alternatives to the projecting sign could be Norblue dining entrance. You know, if they're concerned that they don't understand, that customers don't understand it's Norblue, that it's not affecting it. So,
as long as they still come in. What else to do?
well, yeah, I mean, they'd have to put the text on that projecting sign.
Yeah.
But they could, I mean, that's,
Yeah.
supposed to just dining, it could be
They don't know.
Norblue dining room next, and insert. All right.
Anybody want to make a motion?
I will make a motion to accept. The projecting sign and the change to the front sign on the restaurant with the lighting added. As long, we don't say as long as they take down the,
No,
yeah, so I would move to approve those signs.
and if you might want to amend your motion to allow them to change the sign from saying dining, so I would say Northern
So
dining.
we normally approve the words. On this, on the sign,
Well, we approve the sign as presented.
right, but I didn't know that we approved the text, we specified a rejected text.
Well.
So, I mean, I would suggest, you know, with the suggestion that they add Norton dining
It would be,
to the projecting sign, for clarity.
I'll second that.
Okay.
All in favor?
Right.
Aye. Thank you, Dennis. And we can adjourn.
I second,
All in favor?
I.
Thank you very much for coming.
So, somebody put in front of my door in my office door yesterday, a chunk of, ceramic brick. Molding, ceramic molding, I guess, clay molding. That doesn't match our building. It might match. The hard ball cafe building. I don't know, it looks like it would come from. I know we don't do. Yeah, he's not going to be here this buildings. It does. So it was this big. So I don't know if you can call county codes about a safety. I pulled it inside my office. So, but it's the same color as our building, but we don't have any fancy molding. So it's, but it's a pump, it's like.